There is a perspective that global wellness networks rarely discuss, and it is something many traditional setups might prefer to keep unshared. Consider that a single humble item, which costs next to nothing and may already be resting quietly inside your kitchen cabinet at this very moment, can completely transform your morning routine when combined with your daily cup of coffee. This simple addition is capable of doing what many synthetic options on a pharmacy shelf simply cannot achieve. Yet there is a very high chance that many of us have been approaching this routine incorrectly for years. It sounds almost too straightforward to be true, but I encourage you to pause and listen to what happens inside your system in the first 15 minutes after enjoying a properly prepared coffee enhanced with this natural element. If you are navigating your 60s or 70s and find yourself experiencing even one of these familiar morning observations, a heavy mental fog that takes until midday to truly lift, a feeling of fullness or bloating shortly after your first meal, sudden waves of uneven energy, a quiet stiffness in your knees and joints when you first step out of bed, or a persistent fatigue that remains even after a full night of rest, then what we are discussing today could completely change your morning experience, starting tomorrow. Most people view their morning cup simply as a source of quick alertness, but real food science shows us that organic coffee is actually one of the richest sources of natural protective elements in our modern lifestyle, specifically chlorogenic compound, a potent antioxidant that supports your internal filtration, helps maintain a steady baseline, and calms chronic inner tension. Now, let us look at the secret partner, the humble dried clove. This small spice stands as the absolute richest source of a natural organic compound called eugenol. No other botanical element on the planet comes close to its concentration. This specific compound serves as a magnificent natural balancer, working within the body to cool down internal discomfort and support the structural pathways. The true magic occurs when you combine the protective elements of your morning coffee with the unique attributes of this spice. They do not simply add together, they multiply each other's effectiveness in a beautiful process known as food synergy. You might be walking past this incredible opportunity every single morning, missing out on a profound shift in your vitality for the cost of a single kitchen spice. Before we explore the exact protocol, we must be entirely honest about how many individuals inadvertently diminish the natural power of their morning cup without even realizing it. The regular introduction of white sugar causes a rapid internal surge, forcing your metabolic system into overdrive and canceling out a major portion of the antioxidant benefits. Adding heavy milk or processed creams, introducing dairy components that can bind to the protective elements, creating a lock and key effect that slows down or blocks their absorption entirely. Even relying on conventional instant options can be disappointing, as a vast majority of the natural compounds are stripped away during heavy industrial processing. When someone enjoys a modern, multi-layered specialty drink filled with artificial syrups and heavy toppings, they are no longer experiencing the pure benefits of the plant. They are enjoying a rich dessert that simply carries the aroma of coffee. Let us look at the beautiful sequence that unfolds within your system when you transition to a properly aligned routine. Within the first 15 minutes of your first sip, you will begin to perceive a very distinct sensation, a wave of steady, clear energy that arrives completely free from the common jitters, nervousness, or that anxious tightness in the chest that conventional options can cause. The natural compound within the spice gently encourages the smooth muscle walls of your pathways to relax, allowing resources to flow freely. The coffee provides the initial lift, while the spice removes the underlying tension, offering true clarity without any internal chaos. As you move through the first 24 hours, the very first area where most individuals report a noticeable shift is their digestive comfort. This unique spice carries long documented properties that help calm the digestive tract, easing fullness and reducing internal gas. At the same time, a clean morning cup naturally encourages regular intestinal movement. Working together as a team, they support your entire digestive pathway, creating a feeling of lightness and comfort that many mature adults say they have not experienced in years. By the third day of consistency, your system's energy patterns begin to find a beautifully stable baseline. The compounds in your coffee work to slow down the rapid absorption of sugars within the digestive pathway, while the unique attributes of the spice help your cells hear internal signals more clearly. Those sudden, erratic surges where you experience a wave of hunger or fatigue just an hour after breakfast begin to entirely level out into a smooth, dependable curve. Before we explore how this cumulative momentum builds over the coming weeks, I want to ask a small favor. A very large percentage of our regular viewers have not yet subscribed to our community. If this calm, research-supported approach to senior vitality brings value to your lifestyle, please take a brief second to like this video and subscribe. Our goal is to expand this supportive circle to reach 100,000 mature adults by the end of this season, and your presence genuinely helps us share this wisdom further. Thank you so much, and let us continue our journey. By the end of the first week, a profound shift begins to take place, quietly on a deeper level. If you are someone who routinely experiences a dull ache in your knees or fingers when you first wake up, you will likely notice that the morning transition feels noticeably smoother. If your fingers tend to experience seasonal fullness or swelling, that tension begins to diminish. The period of morning stiffness becomes shorter and more manageable. This is not an overnight miracle. It is simply the measurable result of your body lowering its level of chronic inner tension, an outcome that can be clearly identified in routine wellness checks. As you cross the 1-month milestone, your primary internal filtration system begins to experience deep relief. Regular, clean coffee usage is consistently linked with lower markers of sluggishness within our vital filtration networks, and the eugenol compound amplifies this effect beautifully by shielding healthy cells from everyday oxidative stress. Your internal pathways process resources with greater efficiency, which often reflects directly on the surface, leaving your skin looking clearer, brighter, and more refreshed. People frequently share that they feel and look genuinely revitalized after just 4 weeks of this practice. By the third month of this daily dedication, a total systemic transformation begins to manifest. Many individuals notice that managing a healthy, balanced weight becomes significantly easier because an optimized sugar balance reduces the tendency for the body to store unnecessary resources. Your cognitive focus becomes exceptionally sharp and dependable, providing a steady baseline of mental energy that lasts throughout the day without any sudden drops or fatigue. All of these profound long-term rewards stem from introducing a single, mindful element into a habit you are already enjoying every day. To experience these results fully, it is vital to understand the exact method of preparation, as many individuals who attempt this make a few simple oversights that lessen the total benefit. The gold standard for unlocking these compounds is a gentle simmering process known as decoction. First, select 3 whole dried cloves from your spice aisle. Avoid using pre-ground powders, as the delicate oils escape rapidly once the structure is broken. Second, place these 3 whole spices into a small container with approximately 10 ounces of pure water. Bring the water to a gentle boil, then immediately lower the heat and allow it to simmer slowly for exactly 5 minutes, no longer. Overcooking can cause the most sensitive protective elements to break down. Third, gently strain the warm liquid into your favorite cup, removing the spices entirely. Fourth, use this beautifully infused clove water as the liquid foundation to prepare your coffee exactly how you prefer, whether utilizing a French press, a classic drip system, or your preferred daily setup. Fifth, enjoy this cup slowly, on an empty stomach, as the very first element to greet your system in the morning. 1 cup, once a day, is the ideal protocol. For those exceptionally busy mornings when you might not have 5 minutes for a full simmer, there is a reliable alternative method. Simply take 1 whole dried spice, crush it gently with the flat side of a knife or a mortar, and drop it directly into your already prepared cup of warm black coffee. Allow it to rest and infuse for 3 minutes before enjoying. While this rapid approach is slightly less concentrated than our primary method, it still delivers a wonderful 60 to 70% of the full attributes, making it an excellent choice when time is short. Let us look at the 3 common oversights that can inadvertently undo all of your efforts. The first oversight is simply dropping a completely whole, uncrushed dried spice into a finished cup of coffee. This spice possesses an exceptionally firm structure, and its unique compounds cannot be extracted without the guided application of heat or physical crushing. Doing this provides a lovely aroma, but leaves the true benefits behind. The second oversight is boiling the spice for an extended period, such as 10 or 15 minutes. More is not better in this context. Prolonged high heat alters the eugenol compound, lessening its strength. The third oversight is introducing conventional creams or processed sugars afterward, which can significantly alter the bioavailability of the antioxidants. If you find it challenging to enjoy your cup completely black, introducing a small pinch of pure ground cinnamon or a tiny teaspoon of unrefined coconut oil is a magnificent way to smooth the flavor beautifully, while keeping the metabolic picture completely clean. There is an important detail regarding who should approach this routine with extra caution. If your current wellness schedule includes daily prescription blood thinners or high-dose aspirin routines, it is highly recommended to have a brief conversation with your trusted guide before beginning, as this spice carries a very mild, natural ability to keep circulation moving freely. Additionally, if you are navigating active stomach sensitivities, an ulcer, or severe acidity challenges, the nature of coffee itself might require a temporary pause, and this addition is not designed to alter that underlying pattern. For the vast majority of active adults, this remains one of the safest, most accessible, and most profoundly effective habits you can introduce, using items already waiting in your kitchen. Consider the simplicity of this choice. A single dried spice, a few minutes of mindful preparation in the quiet of your morning, and your daily cup transforms from a simple habit into an active celebration of your body's long-term vitality. In 15 minutes, you welcome clarity without anxiety. In 1 week, you cool internal discomfort. In 1 month, you support a clear, efficient filtration system. And in 3 months, you experience a beautiful physical reset. None of these rewards can unfold unless you take that first step. Your morning coffee isn't lacking potential. It simply requires the right alignment. Optimize the cup, elevate your morning, and begin that journey tomorrow. 3 simple steps, 1 mindful cup, and that is where your vibrant day truly begins. If you have a neighbor, a trusted friend, or a family member over 60 who enjoys their morning cup every single day, consider sharing this conversation with them. It might be the simplest, most thoughtful thing you do for their wellness journey today. Thank you for your time. Stay well, stay observant, and I look forward to our next video.